Hello, it's Karsten here, and in this video, I'm going to be making an orchard and fruit cafe. I mean, I already made it, this is a voiceover, but you get the point probably, hopefully. So I started off with planting the fruit trees. I had cardboard boxes over there just to direct me as to what fruit trees I was planting. I did remove them later, but I put them somewhere else in the build, because I really wanted to add them because they're so cute. When I was planting the trees, not all the fruits were on the trees, but they will be at the end of the build. I also didn't have enough apple trees, so I just planted apples so I could get apple trees later on. I planted the flowers, color coordinated the flowers with the fruit trees. Also, I'm really sorry about the cuts here. I kept going back and forth to get the flowers. I know that there aren't any flowers beside the pear trees right now, but I am planning to plant green mums there once I have them. In between the flowers, I placed some fencing. It was a log fencing, aka harvest fencing. I didn't use it yet on my island until this build. I'm trying to use a variety of different fencing, so that's why I used it. I then placed the in-game light dirt path between the trees. Thought that would be cute, and I tried to place it without waking up Marcy. I didn't wake her up though. Then I had to put a few plain party lights arches on the path, but I didn't have very many left, so I just put those on there for now. And I don't time travel, so I didn't come back until the next day to put the other ones on there. Also, I didn't keep the plain party lights arches in those exact positions. I kind of moved them in between the trees more, if that makes sense. So I didn't keep them exactly like that by the end of the build. I was putting a path here, like my dirt path, the custom path that I made on my own, obviously inspired by the original version of the path, but I didn't really like how I placed it here, but I did fix it later on, so bear with me. I didn't keep it the same throughout. With this custom path, I did want to do a bit more with it, but my design slots are full, and this isn't even my main path of the island, so I kind of just kept it plain. Besides the middle puddle piece. So then I started the cafe. I didn't do it in a specific order. I kind of just went back and forth between the two. I hope that's okay. That's kind of just how I usually do builds off screen too. So I hope you don't mind that. But anyways, I will put the code in the description for the stall. I think the code is so cute. I'll put the codes that I used in this build all in the description. I turned dry rates into servers. I was originally going to do a Brucedoid for one of them, but I decided not to, and I think I'm going to be using him for another build. Yeah. I decided to play Animal City on the jukebox, which is why I also have it playing in the background of the video right now. But I think I added the song because it kind of reminds me of cafe music. I'm not entirely sure why. I know it's a City Folk song, but for some reason it just kind of reminds me of cafe music. Again, I'm not entirely sure why. I didn't use Cafe KK because I don't have that one yet, plus I thought it would be cuter to use Animal City. I didn't yet have another peach chair, nor did I have enough peaches yet to craft another. But by the end of this video, there will be another peach chair, so No worries. Also, I know the river may look weird, but I didn't keep it like this. Since it wasn't really a part of the build, I edited the river off screen. So yeah, I think for a little while I will talk about other things in this build because I don't want to bore you, and I don't want to have to I don't want to repeat the same things over and over. I know I said this island theme I think so far is normcore, but I kind of changed my mind on that because I still felt limited with the normcore theme. So I think I'm sticking with the no theme thing with this island, which is kind of different for me because all of my other islands have been themed. But I really like it. It feels so free, and it's so much fun to decorate. As to flattening at the end, I was almost sure that I would, but honestly, I'm not sure now. Like, I've fallen in love with the builds on this island, and I'm so happy with my progress so far. I also paused for a moment to take some pictures of Roald because he was being so adorable just sitting there. Oh my gosh. Anyways, sorry, just wanted to give Roald his moment. I was done building for the day, so I logged off and came back the next day. Roald smiled with me. I tried to get him to wave with me, but smiling is cute too. Off video, I removed the pergola. I just didn't really like how it looked there. Anyways, the day before, I ordered more string lights, so I just placed them down here. I didn't keep them like this exact way, and you can just see me like kind of like struggling as to where to put them, but I figured it out eventually. I saw some other people putting string lights in their orchards, and I think it's such a beautiful idea, so I did it too. This orchard isn't really functional, but I still want to keep it. I am thinking I might create another orchard somewhere else that's easier to get fruits from. So you might be wondering why I have the items all scattered on the ground, but that's because I thought it would be easier to decorate like that instead of going through my storage struggling. I really like that I added a log bench there. I think it's just so nice to look at the view, and I think it'll look even better once the rainbow flower field is done. I'll be talking about this island a little bit more. So this is my forever island, so I won't be restarting it even if I don't flatten it. If I don't flatten it, I will transfer this island to my Switch Lite and then work on the other islands on the Switch so I can still make videos on it with my capture card. I know I recently posted a short of my favorite builds on this island so far, but I am planning to eventually make an island updates video so I can go more in depth about my favorite builds, all of my other builds, and build plans. What I thought was really funny is that Sherb and I both messed up at the same time here. Here I finally decided to fix the path. Well, I say finally even though it was just the day after, but it felt like a while because I didn't like it like that. Here I was just adding some small details and editing the build just a bit. I love to put so much detail onto my islands. I just think it's so much fun. Then I finally moved the string lights. I'm much happier with this position they're in. Then I was done building for the second day, so I stopped the video for now. I came back some days later because I wanted to wait for the fruit trees to grow and when I had the peach chair crafted. This is the final day of me decorating this area on my island though. I was pretty much just adding the final details. So I picked up the string lights and decided to place down a path that I downloaded the day before. This path was created by Colin, aka Colin.crossing on Instagram. Again, I'll put the codes I use in the final build in the description. I think this path is so pretty and I'm going to change it seasonally. I'm so excited to see what it will look like in other seasons too. Then I placed the string lights down for the last time, I swear. I'm sorry that I kept doing it over and over again. I just want to make it perfect. I did like the step ladder, but I decided to place the small ladder that I use as a tool. I crafted another ladder after that so I could actually have a ladder to use, but yeah. I also noticed there were flowers that grew in places where I didn't want them to grow, so I had to pick them up and add replacements like weeds and stuff there. I don't really like the fruit cafe and I'm not sure what exactly is wrong with it. I am pretty proud of the orchard though, but I feel like I need to fix the fruit cafe at some point because something just feels off about it, but I'm not entirely sure what it is. Again, I was just adding a little bit more detail, like planting some weeds and stuff, just to fill it up a bit more, because I just love to do that for some reason. I think a lot of people can relate to that though. I decided to add a barrel and I'm thinking about adding a fruit basket over top of it once I have the recipe for it. Yeah, I don't have the recipe for that yet, so I couldn't put it there, so it looks kind of bare, but that's okay. I was just doing the final touches and then I was done. Here is a preview of what I built in this video. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this build and this video. I don't know how I feel about the fruit cafe, but I think I'm really proud of the orchard. What do you think? Okay, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all so much, and goodbye!